Well, hello everybody. Here we are in Austin, Texas at the IBM Solution Experience Lab. And we're going to get a quick demo of sort of what the whole SAFE framework kind of looks like in action, or at least parts of it. And as you can see behind us, we've actually got quite a lot of exciting demo here going on. But before we get to that, why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Paul Williamson. I'm an Energy and Utilities Solution Architect in IBM.
Can you tell us kind of what it is we're seeing here behind us?
Yeah, this is an industry solution demonstration, and this shows a mock-up of a utility control center. On this screen, it's a screen that a utility operator would see, the current condition of the grid on a map, and some of the status and action items that have been assigned to this operator. And on the far side over there are some of the IBM products that are monitoring the health and status of the grid. That everything here is built on top of our SAFE framework. It's a solution architecture for energy. It's many of the IBM products and capabilities integrated to solve a specific industry business problem. In this case, as you mentioned, it's going to be how does a utility actually respond to an outage when it occurs. What we're showing here is the capability of one of the IBM software brands integrated in the SAFE framework. In this case, it's the Tivoli Enterprise Portal, and it's monitoring many of the devices on the grid. Now we're going to simulate an outage and see how Tivoli monitors and responds to that outage.
And so this is sort of the real-time monitoring of the network.
Real-time monitoring of the health.
Oh, and as we can hear, there's some inclement weather happening.
Yes, you hear the thunder, the lightning is happening in the kitchen next to us. I don't know if you can hear the rain, but there's rain on the rooftop as well.
We're going to have to call the tree guy to come cut down that tree that fell down.
Right. Well, in this case, you heard the thunder, the rain on the rooftop, and in fact, it probably was a tree that fell down. You see the Tivoli monitor has responded and shown us some of outages by meters. In this case, here are two of the outages that occurred. So 2 meters have stopped responding, and it has indicated the error here that the utility operator can see.
Can you give us a sense of what's happening on the sort of physical network, if you will, that's feeding this data up to the central console?
Yep, Tivoli is monitoring all of the devices out on the grid. In this case, we're monitoring some advanced meters that are really, in fact, computers that are embedded inside the traditional power meter, and we're monitoring the status of that. And we've lost communication with some of those meters, and that's in fact what's indicated here on the screen. This is the utility operator console. It shows a map of the service territory. In this case, it's Austin. And you see 3 green balloons and 1 red one. Well, that red one indicates that that device that we were monitoring has stopped reporting. So we're going to interrogate the failure and see what happened. So we just click on that, and it tells us from DB2 Intelligent Miner, which is one of the IBM SAFE products that's monitoring the historical data that these devices are reporting. And we're going to view the details of this particular outage. And here it's zoomed in on the map of the IBM complex on Burnett Road in Austin, Texas.
You can almost see that tree that fell down.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I hope it didn't fall in your car.
Me too.
Okay. So we're going to accept the details that have been reported, and we're going to now take action.
And if I can ask, what generated those? I mean, what does that mean, accepting the details? It sounds like there's some judgment you need to pass.
Yeah, I, as the utility operator, have authority over the process. We look at the data that's been reported back, and the utility present that to the operator with some options for action. And the operator then chooses what action to take. You know, normally the software recommends a particular action based on the historical data, and the operator then takes that action.
Okay.
All of this process has been modeled by the utility business analysts in an IBM software product called WebSphere Process Modeler. And I'd like to show you that screen now. The business process analyst at the utility has modeled the business process, the outage business process in this case, and the software then executes the process, and at this stage has recommended that we dispatch a repair vehicle to the site.
And so essentially what we're seeing here is someone has sat down and planned out or modeled out how you would respond to different scenarios and the different things that have to happen as you're fixing an issue as it arises.
That's exactly right. So how would a utility repair an outage?
This is essentially part of what's in SAFE. It has this modeling tool that links together with the console that we saw earlier and so far and so on.
That's exactly correct.
That was actually a pretty fun whirlwind tour through all this different like crazy operator console stuff that we have here. And I kind of hope that they all have comfortable chairs like these. I don't know if that's part of the SAFE framework, but it's a good idea.
The bungee chairs.
That's right. They're actually pretty nice.
They are.
I'll tell you. But
very nice.
yeah, I really appreciate you walking through that. It was kind of cool to see how the different SAFE components fit together and just, well, it's kind of a simplistic problem, if you will. I mean, it actually, in the back end, if you will, involves a whole lot of weird moving parts and interesting things. So it's cool to see how it gets tied together.
Great. What we show with this demo, you're right, it's one instance of a utility business process based on the SAFE framework. But that same framework is reusable, standards-based components that we can use to build all sorts of additional business processes, and it becomes much more efficient with the next and the next and the next.
Well, that sounds fantastic. Well, thanks for spending all this time.
Great, thank you.